This is a CAD model of the line boiler. In this video I'm going to form the tube plate. First off, I need to quickly cut a copper blank. Okay, I've finished cutting out the copper blank for the tube plate, and I've machined up a steel former. Conveniently, the tube plate has a tube which goes through the centre, so I've drilled an 1/8 hole, put an 1/8 pin in the former plate so I can centralise it. So every time I take it off to anneal it and put it back, it's in the same place. And then I made a clamp plate to go on top. Doesn't need to be this big, this is just what I had lying around. So that's what we'll use. So the first thing to do is get this annealed to soften it so we can start forming it. Okay, so I'm just going to work on the end of the bench here. Just locate the copper, put it on the backing plate. That's it. Clamp it down. One of the things about this is that this material, as we deform it, it has to compress. So you can imagine we've got a large circumference here. And once it's bent through 90 degrees, it has to compress into a smaller circumference. And it's quite a significant amount of deformation of material has to go through. So we'll just make a start. Just light blows all the way around. We've got to try and stop it from curling up and crinkling. Right there, I can feel it's starting to resist the hammer blows. Okay, I think it's time for another anneal. Best to play it safe, not to go too far, otherwise you may start getting cracking in the material. Okay, here we go again. So once I get it up to like a dull cherry red, and let it soak at that temperature for a very short while. I let it cool down to a black and then I quench it. Saves a lot of time. And when you quench it, it gets a lot of the scale off as well. So just let it cool to a black and then quench it. And the shock of the quench gets rid of a lot of the scale. So that's 4 nails. Now we'll just continue working on the edge. Okay, that's going quite well. There's no crinkling around the edge, which we need to avoid. So time for another anneal. I think this is anneal 5, and we're pretty close to it now. Yeah, so we're nearly there. It's come on very nicely. So we'll do another anneal. That'll be anneal number 6, I think. I'm starting to lose count now. And then it'll be a case of getting the edge down to the form all the way around, and then working along the flange. Not sure if you can see on camera, but this diameter here is larger than the diameter at the edge of the flange. So what we need to do is give it another anneal, make sure this edge is down to the former, and then work back to flatten out the flange so that it's at 90 degrees to the face and so that it's flat. And then that'll be the flanging complete. So I think probably just one more anneal will do it. We'll soon find out. Okay, I'm going to just work around the edge again, get it flat onto the former, and then work back over. Okay, that's not looking too bad. It's still not perfectly flat around the edges, so I'm going to give it another anneal. May need to work with a harder hammer to flatten it out, but the edge is really nice. It's a few, 1 or 2 little bumps in it still need flattening out, but it hasn't crinkled or anything, so that's good. So one more anneal and another bit more hammering, and I think we should be done. Okay. Okay, so hopefully you can see that that looks a lot flatter and squarer. So that's the flanging finished. It's been in the pickle bath, so it's nice and clean. It's turned out to be a nice fit in the barrel. That's pretty lucky. Still needs a little more clearance for silver soldering.